I was all over the place, just doing credit stuff, religious stuff, home buying stuff, relationship stuff, single parent stuff. I was all over the place.
When I was your age, I was a maintenance man, a carpenter, a cab driver, a cook, a hospital orderly, a security guard, a tour guide, a fish cleaner, and an Amway distributor all in the same day.
In the beginning, I would do, because I was working a full-time job, single father of 3 at the time, and I'll get off from work 11:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 at night. I'm knocking out 3 videos a night. And I would be falling asleep at my little desk, like this right here.
I work 15 jobs. I don't have time for your foolishness. When I come home, I'm tired, damn it.
Now, that being said, I definitely don't want to do deep dives into JR Wisdom, the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? The male advocacy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes referred to as the manosphere, all of that stuff. I don't want to get into that. What I want to get into is what I was talking about just now, just briefly telling us small creators, right? And hopefully other small creators that end up seeing this, because I get a couple of views on Facebook now.
Right.
How your journey was, because like if somebody just followed your channel, just joined your Facebook page or whatever this past year, they see this big mega channel, right? This dude, 300,000 plus subscribers on Facebook and 400 on like YouTube. Last time I saw, this is what they see.
Respect.
What they don't see is this guy that cut his camera on in 2017, and he's a realtor and wanted to do content about credit repair. Tell us. See, the reason why I want you to tell us about that is because I don't think sometimes content creators realize how platforms can dictate your content. You can go in with one intention and you can come out the other side of that platform as something completely else. And so that's why I want you to tell us a little bit about that journey of how it was at the beginning, how you fought through not getting any views, but putting in a lot of time trying to make stuff, things that a lot of us, small content creators deal with, and how to fight that frustration off.
That is a very good one, because what you're talking about, I'm still dealing with. And I think I told you about. So that the frustration of getting views or lack of views is, and I'm gonna preface before I answer your question. I'm gonna preface this so people understand. My views, even on my channel and on Facebook, are not consistent.
What?
You know what I mean? And what I mean by consistent is you have some people who do 100,000 every video, or maybe 5,000 every video, or maybe 30, 50,000 every video. They have consistent views. I've never been that person. So my viewership per video can go anywhere from 100,000, 300,000 to 2,000. And this is, if you look at my videos, and over time, obviously it's different, because people watch stuff over time and, things, views collect. But in terms of viewership, I don't know what any video is going to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I put this, I may think it's going to do good, and it turns out to do 2,500 views, which may seem like a lot, but when you look at me having 425,000 subscribers, you would think I would at least get 1%. You know what I'm saying? Of that. But the thing is, it's not about subscribers. It's about, most people who watch your videos are not subscribers.
Correct.
It's like 10% of people. I think that's what it is. It's something like, I may be off on this, but it only comes down to like maybe 10%, 10 or 15% of your subscribers actually watch your videos. The other 85% is just random people.
Gotcha.
So that's what it boils down to. So I don't think, even where I'm at, and you may think otherwise, I don't think I've mastered or, figured YouTube out in the algorithm and things like that, because it's just, I'm just throwing stuff out there. Basically, that's how I feel now.
And I get your answer to that question, right? And I get when you saying I don't feel like I've mastered that aspect of content creation. But in my opinion, what I think you have mastered is the art of the pivot and execution. And
what does that mean?
What I'm saying is, you see when a situation may not be working as optimally as you want it to be, and then you're able to pivot from that and execute in a certain way. And again, my example is the beginning of the existence of your channel.
Right.
I could tell you were passionate about it, about credit repair, getting people in, you know what I'm saying, into homes, all of that stuff, right? And you were getting so many views and so many subscribers with that content. So then what happened? When did the first reaction happen, reaction video, and then how did the channel shift to that?
Got you. So I'm gonna jump back into your original question.
Okay.
So my channel, how it started was my oldest daughter's mother. She was like, you're very opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have opinions that, you know, basically was like, what the hell is this dude talking about? She's like, you're very opinionated, so I think you might want to jump on YouTube.
Mm.
No, like jump on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So then at this time also I'm transitioning from you know, from being married to going through a divorce.
Yeah.
So I don't have a niche at this point. I'm just getting on there giving my opinions on stuff based off of what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whatever I find interesting, I'm going to talk about it. So basically, I think my first video, you can go back to it, is being a single parent, you know, about, you know, being a single parent and how you're going to make it. It's like a motivational video, if you will. I think that's my first video. And then I would just do stuff similar to that. I was all over the place, just doing credit stuff, religious stuff, home buying stuff, relationship stuff, single parent stuff. I was all over the place.
When I was your age, I was a maintenance man, a carpenter, a cab driver, a cook, a hospital orderly, a security guard, a tour guide, a fish cleaner, and an Amway distributor all in the same day.
So it was just like, we don't know, looking back in hindsight, we don't know who to push this content to.
Okay, can I pause you right there? That's very important, because I didn't know that. I thought it was exclusively like credit stuff and real estate. That's very important for us small people and people starting out, that you can't be all over the place. Because any of the algorithms on any of the platforms, they won't know where to place you. They won't know what audience might like your material. Like you said, if you're talking about any and everything, like literally, if you have 4 interests, you need 4 channels.
Correct. And that's what I ended up doing, just to not to cut you off.
No.
I ended up doing a channel which was called The Hustler's Apprentice.
Oh.
Which basically I started doing credit, real estate, and, you know, just jobs and credit cards and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which I've since rebranded to that not the reaction. What is it called? The review channel, where I was reviewing movies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of had rebranded, which I haven't posted in a while, which I'm trying to get back into.
This was an old dormant gaming channel, so I get it.
Yeah. So that's what I had changed. I had changed The Hustler's Apprentice into, you know, wisdom reviews or something like that. Wisdom fire reviews or something, where I would just review movies and whatnot. So, but yeah, that channel, which was doing pretty well, I was doing, you know, credit, exclusively credit, and people were tuned in. You know, I think it actually got monetized based upon me doing that. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I had came upon doing that. And then I had one for fitness, because that's all. I forgot to mention that. I was also doing nutrition and fitness. So I was doing
all on the same channel. Got it.
Nutrition, fitness, credit, relationships, you know, all this stuff. You know, I was just trying to make a smorgasbord of content, and it just wasn't landing. Some of the videos would land.
Yeah.
You know, I would do, even like I said, religion. I would, you know, cover topics on the Bible, you know, the Quran, you know, just different religions, and, you know, just all over the place. So, you know, different stuff would hit, and then it wouldn't. And I was, in the beginning, I would do, because I was working a full-time job, single father of 3 at the time, and I'll get off from work 11:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 at night. I'm knocking out 3 videos a night, and I would be falling asleep at my little desk, you know, like this right here.
I work 15 jobs. I don't have time for your foolishness. When I come home, I'm tired, damn it.
And I'm again
on a cell phone.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm glad you said that, because especially those of us that, and most people that first start, you know what I'm saying, trying to do and make content or whatever, we have day jobs.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people realize how much time it takes to decide that you're going to, quote unquote, be a creator, make content in whatever niche, in whatever niche you're in, because all of these platforms, not only do they want you to be consistent in whatever your topic or your niche is, but they also want you to be consistent in creating and uploading.
Yes.
And like you said, that entails with coming up with ideas, sometimes researching stuff, writing notes, sometimes maybe a script, then recording it, then editing it, right? And then uploading it to all the places that you want it to be. And it's like you said, and that's one video. And you worked 8-10 hours that day.
Yeah. 12 hours. Yeah.
And you have to, and I think where some people get lost in is not realizing that this is not something that you get a endorphin hit from for a week or two, and that's going to sustain, you know, you're going to blow. It's like if you're doing something amazing, like roller skating around 285 with a bottle rocket on your back or something like that, or parkouring off of skyscrapers, yeah, you could blow up off a couple of videos. But if you're just somebody with an opinion, you're going to have to consistently make content, and as working professionals, that can be pretty difficult. And I just like the fact that you highlighted that as a part of the journey, like literally trying to make content with babies falling asleep in your arm, and you know what I mean, and not over desk. It's like, I think some of us, I know, like even me, I get wrapped up in seeing the final product, so to speak, and not realizing that these people had to do everything that you're doing right now and probably then some. Because I'll tell you right now, a lot of times I love my saying when I'm complaining, probably to Murph, you know met Murph before, and I'd be like, man, all these man, all of them killing it, man. They ain't got no jobs and no relationships, man. This shit. No jobs and well, they didn't start that way. A lot of them had jobs at the beginning.
Yeah.
A lot of them had jobs, and they had to juggle it, and they had to find a way to bust you know what I'm saying, you know, to push through. And that brings me to my next. No, I'm not going to ask another question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if Sean has anything that he would like to ask, because I feel like I've been dominating the question asking.